Alright, if you're watching this video, you're probably into FPV drone racing, which means you're into FPV in general, which pretty much makes us best friends. And what do best friends do? Well, they share things. And on this video, I'm going to share with you guys what my experience was as a guest at the 2019 Swatch DRL Sim Tryouts that went down in Las Vegas. My name is Tommy and welcome to my channel. Now, for most people in this hobby, flying FPV is probably a recreational thing. It's super fun. It's something that you do with a group of friends and you have a good time. Some of you guys might be into FPV freestyle. Some of you might like to make some cinematic pieces that get millions of views. And some of you probably like to race. And if you're watching this, you probably like to race. Now, for a select few of you though, FPV drone racing can actually be a career. And when I say a career, I don't mean like you're winning prize money. What I'm talking about is you're getting paid. You're getting paid cheese, moolah, to be a drone racing pilot. The act of actually competing is what you're getting paid to do. Now, to me, that's a huge thing. And one of the organizations that's making that happen is DRL. Now, what I like about the Drone Racing League is that anybody can become a drone racing pilot. In other motorsports and other industries, if you want to get to that pro level, you probably have to climb your way up, right? You probably have to win a couple of smaller or junior league races, and it involves getting sponsors and teams, and it could be a very costly thing if you don't have the means to do so. But DRL has created this shortcut path to where John Doe, pilot, super racer extraordinaire, can do this without even having to build a drone, without having to fly an actual real drone. And what I'm talking about is if you can go online and hit a qualifying time trial, you can be invited to the DRL Sim Tryouts. Now this year it was held in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Hyper Esports Arena. If you haven't been to the Esports Arena, it is legit. Now I haven't been there, so I gotta take a minute to just kind of talk to you about this because it is this huge venue that is completely geared towards esports, the whole world of esports. And not just that, but also just the ability to produce and cover such an event. So this esports arena was crazy. So first of all, it's like two levels. You come into the entrance and it's got DRL and Swatch branding everywhere. Everything looks nice and beautiful and gorgeous. And you've got a plethora of staff just sitting there ready to answer your questions about the DRL Racer 3. Maybe you had some questions about DRL in general or the Sim Tryouts. And obviously there was folks there from Swatch that would answer any of your questions because they had a nice looking set of watches on display, with Swatch of course being one of the main sponsors for DRL. So you go into this entrance and you've got these nice beautiful displays. There was even this super impressive, huge, deconstructed model of the DRL Racer 3 showing you all the different components that goes into it. I thought that was pretty cool. And if you were there as a spectator, you could fly the sims, race against some of the DRL pilots. You could even fly tiny whoops right inside of the arena. There was just so much to do. It was a lot of fun. Or you could watch the other pilots practice and actually compete, or just sit in the general audience area because they had the entire big screen that was basically displaying the entire race, all live with the host and an announcer. Tony and Travis did a phenomenal job hosting the event, and really the whole production was really good. Now, if you were a pilot, online you competed, and if you had a certain qualifying time, you got invited to come. All you needed to do is bring your radio, you sit down, you plug in, and you get some practice time. But after the practice time comes competition time, because then there's a time trial. Now that time trial produces the top 24. That top 24 then goes into your standard bracket style elimination, moving yourself all the way up into the finals. And the way to win is basically by accruing points from each heat. Obviously the pilot with the most points is the person who wins, and the winner gets a $75,000 contract as a DRL pro racing pilot. Now that's freaking huge. I mean, think about this. You could theoretically not ever build a drone, not ever touch a real drone. You know, probably don't even have to spend a dime. Maybe you can go and borrow a radio from somebody and just put in some good old stick time on that simulator, win this tournament, and then earn yourself into a seat as a DRL pro racing pilot. The whole event was awesome. Like, there was so many people. It was completely packed. And it was also 2 stories. Of course, it wouldn't be Vegas without some drinks and some beverages. And there was a live DJ that really gave the whole thing a party-like vibe. So myself and Drew was actually invited to this event to do a little bit of a talk about FPV piloting and how drone simulators could benefit both freestyle as well as drone racing. So that was a whole lot of fun. So if you were there to just hang out, it was awesome because not only were the DRL pilots from previous years there, but also some well-known FPV pilots that came to party and play and rub shoulders and shake hands and say what's up and just have a good old time.
What? It's Tommy. Damn. Nobody got one of those.
Damn.
Yeah. We got some food, we got some pizza over here. What's up, Tommy?
What up, dude? How's it going, man?
How you been?
Good.
I can't even see.
The crowd was so awesome, and they were into it. They were cheering on, they were clapping, they were oohing and awing, they were standing up from the edge of their seats. The racing was awesome. The competitors were super fierce. I'm pretty sure that's part of the reason why the crowd was so into it. And the DRL Sim also really made it easy to spectate because with the DRL Sim, you can see the drones from a third-person view, and it leaves a little bit of a trail so that it's really easy to follow along and see what's going on. All right, so spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it and you don't want to know who won, you might want to fast forward this next 10 seconds, but big congratulations, big props to Lil Fluxy, which I think after talking to him afterwards, he just goes by the name of Fluxy, aka Chris. So shout out to you, man, congratulations, much deserved. I did watch you race, and you were definitely super consistent, and that's what it takes to win these races. You don't necessarily always have to be the fastest, but you can certainly be the most consistent, and it is definitely a good strategy in collecting points, which is how the real DRL season works. The live stream is lives there on YouTube for you to watch, and if you're interested in the simulator, just go check out DRL.io. That does a really good job of simulating what the DRL Racer 3 looks like. So many thanks to Swatch and DRL for having me out there as a guest. It was a ton of fun. You guys took really good care of me, and it looks like you also took really good care of the participating pilots as well as the spectators and the audience, which I think is really huge. When you put a big event together like this, it's really easy to overlook, you know, 1 or 2 aspects of the entire thing. And I think that DRL really nailed it on the head with this event. So I'm looking forward to the next one. And if you are an aspiring FPV drone racing pilot, maybe you should put some stick time in. Download that DRL simulator, and maybe I'll see you next year at the tryouts. All right, y'all. Drop it down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about this shortcut path that DRL has provided to becoming a drone racing pilot. And I will see y'all on the next one. Peace. Yeah, that's right. Stick around, Dad. Right now. Everybody, that's Camp West. Let's get camera session. Let's get 2 of these in here. All right, y'all. 2019 Swatch DRL Tryouts. It's getting kind of crazy up in here. It is a super packed house, and I get to go past this line because I'm with her. Awesome.
Well, there's stuff behind, and having trouble triggering that finish. I don't think he quite got it at the first lineup, but comes in.
2019 Swatch DRL Tryouts, the winner, Lil Flexi. Congrats to that guy, man. And with that, we out. Time to go party and celebrate.
Party.
Party!